Stick around, my friends, and I'm going to talk about a great way to get good with the shepherd sling. The shepherd sling is a great tool, and it's very satisfying once you can start getting halfway decent with it. But I will tell you, it's quite difficult to develop skill set with a shepherd sling, in my opinion at least. I won't get into it in this video, but you really ought to go out and just check out the history of the shepherd sling and how it was used, what it was used for. It's fascinating stuff. In this video, I want to talk about how to fast track your way into success with one of these. There's about 4 things that you're going to need to develop your skill set with a shepherd sling. Number 1, you need a shepherd sling. You can get these things cheap. You can get them for about $10 to $15 on Amazon. The second thing you're going to need is an open space, because you don't want to be working with a shepherd sling in a closed-in space where you could easily ricochet off a tree and hit yourself. The next thing you're going to need is something to throw the rocks at. You need a good target, something not too big and not too small. You don't want to start small in the beginning. You'll get discouraged. You need something that you can make contact with every now and then while you're developing your skill. I like to use this board behind me a lot. I've gotten to where I can hit smaller objects, but I still like to use this board. I usually set something up behind it so that I can keep it standing. As you can tell, I've done a number to it over time. I drew these little targets in just to kind of give me something to aim at that's kind of small. Lastly, I want to talk about one of the most demotivating aspects of getting into shepherd slinging, and that's keeping enough ammo around to practice. Now, I've tried a lot of different things. I've tried, slinging lighter things, that I could sling in smaller areas, but that didn't really help me develop my skill. I tried the whole racquetball thing, but I don't really have the space to collect my racquetballs. I just end up losing all of them. What I decided to do, instead of going down to the creek and spending hours on end trying to find enough decent rocks to throw, is I spend $5 and I get this. Pond pebbles. You get a ton of ammo in this one bag right here for $5. Having plenty of ammo is one of the most important aspects of your development as a shepherd slinger, because if you don't have a lot of opportunities to sling, you're not going to have a lot of opportunity to improve. One thing you don't want to do is try to sling too fast. Take time to feel the weight of that object in your hand. You don't have to swing it around your head real fast. You can swing it around nice and slow. You can feel the weight of that object coming out now. Just throw it straight in front of you. You want to swing it slow enough. Just feel the weight of that object, because a lot of this is about what you feel. You don't have to get out there and get all that fast stuff going. That's for later in time. You want to swing it, feel the weight of that object. You feel it flowing, and you just let it go at the right time, and just practice. Just pay attention to where the rock is heading consistently, and just make adjustments as you go. So much of this is felt, so much of it is instinctive, and the key is having the ability to practice a lot. My tutorials are primarily centered around a helicopter method. There are figure 8 methods. There are like these little underhand methods. I have more success with the helicopter method. I feel like I'm getting more power. I feel like I have more control, but that's just me. That's not necessarily the case for everybody else. But if you get you a sling, a place to throw, a good target to work with, and a whole lot of ammo, you'll be able to practice as long as you want to, and that's what's going to make you good. The desire to get good at this is what's going to make you good. Tutorials like this can help you, they can encourage you, but it's the time you spend outdoors just working with one rock after the next is what's going to get you closer and closer to your goals as a shepherd slinger. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments how you're doing. I'd love to hear from you. Take care.